All right, and welcome everyone to the RPL Summer 2017 season, Week 4. Our first match of the day will be Taco Esports versus Blood Moon Esports. I believe we should be able to start this pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we can just... I think Karma's just listening, so go ahead and give it a countdown.
So, okay, so we have to do like a countdown to start this now?
Yeah, go for it. All you.
All right.
MM
Three.
first round there.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Alright, so getting into this, we got Taco Esports on the blue side. Dogster got his Irelia top lane, Zerobi on Nunu in the jungle, Voltzy has Malzahar mid lane, and Busang, Guan, and Mewtwo level X with the Jin Thresh bot lane.
I have to kind of wonder what went on in Champ Select here that allowed the top laner for Taco Esports to get his main top. Jin was left open, Thresh was left open, Voltzy got Malzahar, and then Nunu was left open.
I'm pretty sure in every single Taco game that I've seen personally, Malzahar and Irelia have been banned, so I'm definitely curious what happened. Looks like Zerobi's just gonna see Zawa there.
You know, I think that a lot of our attention is going to be focused on the bottom lane here, because these are like two of the absolute most aggressive bottom lanes, but the play style in their aggression is very different. So Caitlyn Nami mostly just wants to slowly poke you down and get these little short trades so that they can back up and heal up and stay at range and not get all in, which is exactly what Jin and Thresh just does all the time. All they want to do is take a very elongated all-in trade, land the hook, and just try to kill someone.
Yeah, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of action. At least Taco's going to try and put a lot of action in because, like you said, the Jin and the Thresh are pretty bad when they're being pushed in, and the Nami and the Caitlyn just want to push them in, but at the same time, Nami Caitlyn's really bad when being all in. That's all Jin Thresh want to do, so we're going to have a lot of confrontation down here.
Yeah, but I get the feeling that it will be decided pretty early on because both of these lanes are very, very heavily snowballing lanes. If one of them does get an early lead, it will be very difficult for the other to come back.
The bot lane and the jungler of Taco Esports just kind of watched Vi take her blue. Nunu's just now getting on his red buff, so we'll have to see if that slows down his clear a lot, or
he could be doing the 2 buff invade.
Oh, hook onto the Nami. Still level 1 though, so no follow up from Jin.
Another thing that I wanted to note on was going to have to be the top lane matchup. We do see Dogster getting his Irelia, but he is against a Renekton, so this is a bit of a skill matchup. Renekton should be able to beat out the Irelia early on, and definitely does need to do so. If, let's say, Irelia and Renekton are even in gold at the time where they both get their fully completed first item, then Irelia is in a really good spot. Oh my god, that was a really clean hook.
Flay and the Deadly Flourish connects. Crit shot available. Follows the flash, and Boo gets first blood.
Yeah, I just want to bring attention to that hook
just
again.
A sliver of health left.
Yeah, that hook, he threw it anticipating the time in which the minion that was in front of Caitlyn would die.
That was really good.
It was like in time with Jin's auto attack too. It wasn't even like the minions were killing it. So yeah, that's totally planned by both of them, not just Thresh predicting it clearly. We're gonna assume the. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
This is really bad, actually. I think.
I don't think. No, that smite came out from Zerobi. Vi was not able to smite the red buff.
Snowball's gonna come back up. And okay. So I'm not really too sure why Vi isn't warding and checking for the Nunu, because this is super common that Nunus will just try to cheese you at your second buff. Happens almost every game that a Nunu's in, but he doesn't ward and he does get punished for it.
Not respecting the invade power of a Nunu, and the Nunu patiently waiting out. Another hook lands on. Deadly Flourish connects. Exhaust actually comes down on a Manny. I'm not sure if that's really worth it. Oh my. Okay. Actually,
Flash play. Yep.
Wow.
All right, well,
really good job on the bot lane from Taco Esports to really know their damage there.
Yeah, I brought up that the bottom lane would be decided pretty early on and that it would be pretty bloody, but I didn't think it would be to this extent.
Yeah, I was not expecting 2 kills out of them by the 4.5 minute mark.
Definitely Mewtwo level X is playing extremely well right now. If this continues, then things are going to get really out of control bottom, especially with the new lethality items and Jin's newfound ability to snowball even harder than he used to be able to. Have to see if he
I've
goes
seen a lot of
first.
different Jin builds lately. Some just going straight for Duskblade, some going for Yumu's, some getting actually both. I'm kind of curious what he goes here.
Yeah,
with the
that's
snowball,
one of the things that
he
makes him
definitely
so
could go
strong.
the Duskblade route, but we'll have to track that.
Yeah, like, you know, that is one of the reasons why Jin is so powerful right now, is that he's just got, unlike most, if not every other AD carry in the game, he has a ridiculous amount of build viability. There's just so many things that he can do differently every game with his build that other champions in the bottom lane just can't.
Oh yeah, very versatile champion. Play going a little wide. I actually just looked up in the top lane, which is very interesting because Irelia, although has burned through all 3 of her corrupting potion stacks, and Renekton's been able to hold on to his only potion with the Doran Shield, there is a 15 CS lead and growing for Dogster.
In this lane matchup as Irelia, all you really want to do is try your absolute best to keep the CS even until you get to Triforce. That's what you want to do, and certainly getting a big CS lead before that is more than preferable. So we actually do see Syndra potentially getting caught out here in the river.
Little 2v2 skirmish. The red side's bot lane comes up first, and doesn't look like anything's going to happen.
Looks like they'll just back away. One thing that we haven't talked about at all so far is the mid lane matchup, and I feel like Malzahar is one of the few mid lane champions that kind of negates a lot of what Syndra can do. She really can't play very aggressively on him. At least not until maybe she gets a Banshees.
No, the Malzahar constantly is pushing her in. She is, although it's definitely easier for Syndra to kill the crabs, it's like not more effective since they made the changes to Malzahar, because WQ used to kill the minions anyways. So the minions just do more, and you have to use the same to clear them now. So I'd say Malzahar definitely has the shove priority in that lane.
We may see some potential for the Syndra to actually fight Malzahar if she can get maybe, what's that item called? Okay, so she already has Lost Chapter, and that was what I was going to say, and then try and get an Abyssal Scepter. Not an Abyssal Scepter, what am I saying? What's that item?
Nami is playing really far away from her minions in that bot lane. I thought I was going to see a hook as soon as it panned down there. Playing really far up. And a very squishy champion, Nami.
I said Abyssal Scepter, hook. I mean Banshee's Veil. So if Syndra
they changed them around.
Veil, oh, never mind.
Hook comes out onto the Nami. Flay follows forward. Nami was walking towards them for a little while, and that was
actually just go down. So one thing that I actually noticed about this, watching Nunu,
Jin ult comes out, one hit.
I actually do see Malzahar come down and just ult.
3.
Looks like she will go down, but it was kind of weird. We saw Vi was coming down to the bottom lane to gank and was going around the dragon area. Then we saw Nunu with no vision on Vi just kind of jump over the wall with a blast plant, and Vi would have had vision of Nunu for a very, very, very brief moment in time. It's certainly possible that they just didn't notice it, but it was just a little bit of vision, and probably would have just decided to back off had she seen Nunu there.
Yeah, could have just charged up the Q and gone over the wall. Oh, Zerobi.
Yeah, this has got to be a mistake. Again. What is Syndra doing? Syndra's still checking for Nunu. she's not paying attention. Nunu's down there, dude. Okay, this has got to be a dead Nunu, though. Why is he staying to clear these? He just got a break.
Syndra has flash up. Yeah, that's
he caught a break with Syndra not paying attention, and then he just decided to stay anyways and ended up getting himself killed. I don't ever agree with anyone running through 2 towers to go invade at 8 minutes into the game.
No, Nunu doesn't even have any tank stats right now. He opted up for Boots of Swiftness and a Tracker's Knife, so he has not even a Ruby Crystal to keep him healthy.
I still got to commend the ballsiness of the play, though. I got to respect that.
Very
That's some
ballsy.
manly shit, dude.
Zerobi has a very high concentration in the enemy jungle this game, which is expected of Nunu. And I am not a jungler player, but I would assume Vi would have a little bit of, at least, able to pressure Nunu out of her own jungle, I would think.
Well, I mean, at this point, she probably
At this point, she's been set back and the damage has been done, but...
If they fight, it'll probably be relatively even in a 1v1, but it would take so long that by then Irelia and Malzahar would probably just get there, or the Nunu would have just stolen your camp and run away laughing at your face. So, to see them going for the Rift Herald here at 10 minutes into the game, they will get it completely free, so this is a very nice rotation on the side of top.
I actually really like this, prioritizing the Rift Herald over the Hook. Just barely misses. Deadly Flourish will land though. Flay goes a little bit high. Bubble doesn't land onto anybody though, and Boo will claim another kill. Manny forced to flash. The Jhin ult comes out, but Caitlyn's just gonna walk out of that one.
This is starting to get really ugly here in the bottom lane. The Blood Moon Esports.
Zerobi back in the enemy jungle again. P1 Charmander expends flash, but doesn't have the damage to kill him. Could he get baited into this? Malzahar coming up. Syndra's in a really bad spot unless they can blow up
that's fine
Zerobi,
for Syndra.
which they do. They're just taken down 2v2 by Malzahar. Flashes over the wall, and it will just be a 1-for-1.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. This is so much craziness, but actually, okay, if I was going for a lane gank, this is really clever. I think this is probably gonna work.
Neither top laner has their ultimates. I don't know how much Dogster will want to fight without Transcendent Blades.
There's no way I really expects this.
There's no way, but there's also no reason she should take this fight.
So
it's a very over-aggressive
if she doesn't
move.
back right here, she's gonna die.
Oh, this is pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Assault Breaker lands, Chilling Smite comes out, and that is the kill with... Oh,
I feel bad for him, but that's a really clever gank from Vi.
It was a very nice gank from Vi, but ooh, flash into Deadly Flourish. Tidal Wave comes out.
Caitlyn probably shouldn't be standing in minions here. Not respecting the Nunu, and here he comes to the bottom lane. Renekton should probably cancel this teleport. Yeah, this
Tommy flashes out of the ultimate, and Zerobi should be tanky enough to just walk this one out. Yeah. He's completed Cinderhulk already.
So, teleporting there in the first place is a pretty bad idea, and certainly not canceling the teleport is a bad idea. There's really nothing left for you to do there.
Interesting, actually. I just now noticed Irelia was the one to pick up the Rift Herald. And it's over half expired, so we're gonna have to see some top lane focus.
I can't say I agree with that. I think that Nunu should have gotten that.
No, Nunu definitely should have gotten it.
They should have taken it bottom. Tried to break this tower open and rotate the Jhin to mid. They can just force down mid tower with the pressure of
I think if the Malzahar just pushes the Syndra into her lane, the bot lane and jungler or combination from Taco Esports is much better. And so they can just force down that tower.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way that you defend yourself in that mid tower.
Stun does not land from